I graduated from Santosha in 2013, and since then, when I first graduated, I just started by putting on some small intimate classes in the local area that I was teaching at. So I started just by teaching classes of 3 to 4, mainly friends and friends of friends that kind of heard about it, and then they started to attend as well. And that was really fun actually, and it was really good for me just to be able to kind of just practice everything that I'd learned in that month, because you learn so much in 1 month and then it's just about putting it into practice and getting more confident with it. And then after that, the classes started to get busier. And so I found a new studio where I could have a few more people, and then I started putting on courses, so foundations of yoga. And then after that I started teaching at different gyms as well, which was a very different feeling actually, teaching at a gym rather than a studio. So it's a lot noisier because there'll be a spin class next door and then you're trying to put on a relaxing yoga class. So that can be a challenge in itself. That's when I kind of found some challenges actually, which Santosha and the teacher training really helped me with, because Sunny spoke a lot about modifications and adjustments. So you may have a class of 10 to 15 people, 3 people who've never done yoga before, and a lot of people who've attended a few classes, and some people who've been attending for 10 years, and how you can actually adjust a class specifically for each person to make it more comfortable, make sure they're getting the most out of their class. And then after that, a friend of a friend told me about a position in Portugal, which was a teacher for a surf camp. So I got in touch with the Jashaka surf camp, and then they asked me to come do 1 season, and I never left. And I teach at Jashaka surf camp, but also at Tiny Well Surf Lodge and at Bura surf camps as well, teaching sunrise sessions and sunset sessions before and after surfing. But I also now teach at retreats, so mainly extreme sports retreats, boot camps, and also another one which is surf, yoga and wine. So lots of different kind of retreats that I teach at. After you graduate, as I said, you're going to have this head full of knowledge with everything that you learned for the last month. What I'd recommend straight away is try not to kind of put it aside and do something else for a while, because when it's all fresh in your mind, teach, teach, teach. That's what I'd recommend, because if you leave it for a while, your mind starts to get a bit dusty and you kind of try to, you just begin to forget a lot of things. So put it into practice. Even if you're nervous of teaching strangers, start a donations-based friends class. You're teaching friends and friends of friends. So there's many different venues you can find, such as churches, or you can find your own studio spaces, and just begin to put on some classes. Maybe do a 4-week course so that you can advance your students from the beginning, teaching them the foundations to how can I advance and modify this person in a pose, because that will really help you as a teacher as well. So from there, it really depends on where you want to go with your teaching, and if you want to travel with it, or if you just want to stay where you're living and kind of form more of a local class actually where you live. If you want to do what I've done, and that's travel and teach abroad, then what I recommend is, as I said, you have to start somewhere. So start small, start in your local area, get that confidence that you need, and then start looking for jobs abroad. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to teach? What kind of style do you want to teach? And then for me, I got 1 job with 1 surf camp, and then from there, once I'd got the confidence teaching there, I then started going to other surf camps and other places in the area, and just doing some classes for them for free, just saying, hey, this is what I do, this is who I am. And then from there, they were like, hey, come back and teach some more. We'd love you to do this retreat. We'd love you to do that retreat. Maybe you want to come back and help with this, and doing lots of meditation classes as well. So, so just start small, start really simple. And as you get confident, things will just start to fall into place, because opportunities will start to come to you as well once you actually go out and put yourself out there, I think.